Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is, I believe, Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, and we are getting so close. We're 1 month away from the Now Honors and the Power of Pink. I cannot wait until you guys get to meet these amazing women if you have not met them. But the class of 2024 is absolutely amazing. Every year we have a group of women that we honor that will just blow you away. And these ladies, I mean, we've got, Laurel Lagmeyer is there. Robbie Matthews is there. Doris Coakley is there. Valerie David is there. It's amazing. Dr. E, Jill Schneider. The people just keep going and going. Connie Breeze is our neon star. We're going to have so much fun. And if you do not have your ticket, get your ticket, because we're literally running out of tickets. So get your ticket because you want to be in that room. That's a room that's going to be so much fun right here in Las Vegas at the Palms Hotel and Casino inside the Brendan Theater. I mean, just look at that center picture on the left. That's 43 feet of screen. They're going to be larger than life in that room. I cannot wait. We're going to have a blast. So today, we were supposed to have someone else on today, Dr. Wah, but she got tied up and she rescheduled. Love Dr. Wah. Dr. Wah was our Businesswoman of the Year in 2022. She was the class of 2022. She's amazing. Her and her husband, Jaime, and her daughter, who we all call the Ninja because she is just magic. They'll be on later in September, so don't worry about that. So Alan and I decided, why don't we do a little recap today like it's a Wednesday and let you guys see a little bit of, from a previous year. So in 2022, we had this amazing woman on our stage, Nyla Christian, who was up there. I have known Nyla for longer than she'll probably admit in public. She's amazing. She's fantastic. And where she comes from is all about empowering women, having your back, and sharing the stage. So today we're going to take a little look at Nyla Christian.
Sometimes a bit prickly. I talk about mental health. I talked about behavioral health. I talk about addiction and alcoholism. I talk about anxiety. I talk about disorders that people don't like to talk about. I talk about gambling disorders. I talk about anxiety disorders, that kind of stuff. And I like to bring and pull out and drag out into the light the things that people are afraid to talk about and to really address stigma. Why? Because we're all looking to be healthy. And surprisingly enough, 1 in every 3 families in the United States is affected by alcoholism and addiction to substances and or processed behaviors, which is a really interesting thing.
Uh-oh.
So I talk about things.
What happened? Something happened. Let's see if we can't replay this thing because it got stuck somewhere.
So I talk about things that are sometimes a bit prickly. I talk about mental health. I talked about behavioral health. I talk about addiction and alcoholism. I talk about anxiety. I talk about disorders that people don't like to talk about. I talk about gambling disorders. I talk about anxiety disorders, that kind of stuff. And I like to bring and pull out and drag out into the light the things that people are afraid to talk about and to really address stigma. Why? Because we're all looking to be healthy. And surprisingly enough, 1 in every 3 families in the United States is affected by alcoholism and addiction to substances and or processed behaviors, which is a really interesting thing. I also talk a lot about underserved communities. One of the underserved communities that I know a lot about is being a Black woman. I'd like to say that. So there's another thing that we've been talking about lately, and that's a co-conspirator. And a co-conspirator is someone who takes up action on behalf of others. I call myself a co-conspirator, and I run with a lot of allies and co-conspirators, and I want to say that to make sure that we understand. As I talk about an underserved community, I am talking about the value of us all. I talk a lot about inclusion, inclusivity. I talk a lot about equity. So Audre Lorde, who was an author and an equal rights leader, she says, "I am not free, while any woman is unfree, even when her shackles are very different from my own. As women, I think Freud said it, the futility of the world runs through women, but Audre Lorde said something. Audre Lorde says something very important. And I wonder if, first of all, we have any champions here. Champions. Does anyone here consider themselves a champion? Raise your hand. I like that. She said, hell yeah. Yeah, that's right. Let's proclaim that. Does anyone here consider themselves an ally? Do we know what ally means? What does ally mean? Ally means that I take up the flag for other folks who might be ignored, underserved, not heard. The voices that go unheard.
Yeah, that's Nyla Christian. She is amazing. And when she takes the stage, you can't do exactly what I just did. I just started leaning in and listening because her message is always so powerful. And she's one of those people that loves everybody, you know, and she's super cool. Having her on the stage in 2022, we need to get her back. Having her on the stage in 2022 was amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see who's going to be on the stage this year. It's going to just blow you away. And that's the kind of messages we get. People will come up, the women will come up and share for 15 minutes or so some amazing messages that you may have heard before, but more than likely you may have never heard them before. And they just come and they straight shoot. You don't have to worry about them saying, hey, well, you know, get my book and we'll talk about it later. Join my program and we'll talk about it later. Nope. They come up and they straight shoot right then and there. And if you want to know more information at the break, go talk to them. It's a family reunion. It's fun. It's informative and it's powerful. And it's, you know, women, men, kids are invited. Women on the stage. That's the whole idea behind the Power of Pink. I hope you'll be in that room with us on October 3rd through the 5th, right here in Las Vegas at the Palms Hotel and Casino, inside the Brendan Theaters. It's going to be one of the most amazing events this year, and we just keep building it every year. You know, this is why we're doing a 100-day challenge. This is what it's all about, is to get the message out. We want you guys to be able to see it and be a part of it and share the joy and the power and the love of the Power of Pink, and then honor these amazing women who are just changing the planet, not just their community, you know, the planet as a collective. It's one amazing event. All right. So like I said, Dr. Wah had to reschedule. We love her and she's so busy. Every time I look up, she's in a different part of the world. She is so busy, but she has rescheduled. She will be on later in the month. But for right now, I hope you enjoyed this little clip. I hope to see you in the venue on October 3rd through the 5th, just 1 month away. And for now, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.